Here for, what is the date today? August
August 19th.
19.
19.
Man, that is amazing. So here we are, Wednesday night. Hope you're having a good, wherever you're at. Hope you're doing well. We have folks that are still in need of prayer. I know little Abby still needs our prayers up there at Children's, and pray for her and her mom and dad and her brother. And I know Ellie is still rehabbing, and DT's in rehab, and I don't know who else.
Carol Jean.
Carol Jean's battling an illness right now. So praying for each and every one of you guys out there. But not many announcements. We did get a letter from the Autauga Blue Crew. Our church donated some gift cards to Darden restaurants for as door prizes for some of our local officers, and so we got a nice letter back for their gratitude for our support of local law enforcement. So thank you to everybody who is financially a part of our church ministry that allows us to be involved in things like this. So it's all good. But anything else going on? I mean, what do we got? No, it's been pretty quiet. Is that no?
Well, this Friday we have the Diamond Dinner coming up.
That's
August
this Friday,
21st.
isn't it?
Wow. This Friday. And I asked Brother Will if he needed help setting up, and I guess he's already got a game plan for that and everything. So, but that's coming up. I believe we're tracking about 12 or 14 people so far. I know the number is typically a little higher. However, coming with COVID and everything else, so we're looking at 12 or so.
What are we doing? I'm sure we're going to make changes for the COVID. Do you know any of those things? I know Brother Will's.
No, I know Will's tracking all that.
Okay, so we're going to do something to try to make it a little. I hate to say it goes unsafe, but it's a COVID-friendly environment. That sounds bad too, doesn't it?
Yeah, COVID-friendly.
Yeah,
Come on,
COVID-friendly. Okay, it's an anti-COVID environment. Yeah,
sterile. We're gonna then it makes you think it wasn't sterile to begin with.
Yeah, that's right. We've always tried it, but we are doing we have some folks that they'll probably kill me if I tell you who they are, but we have folks that come after every service and sterilize the entire building. I mean, they wipe down all the pews where your hands are on the back, and all the light switches, doorknobs, everything after every service. And we're trying to be more intentional in the nursery as well. So just crazy days. But hey, as somebody who's a clean freak, it's a silver lining. I kind of like this having. I don't know if I want to stop that, but you can see we've added a new pastor. Guest. This is the nursery pastor.
Look, say hi.
Wouldn't surprise me.
There you go.
Hey,
that's Selah, and it's Pastor Cody's little girl. If you can't tell, but Pastor Cody, you got anything going on?
Yeah, Saturday night we have the game night. Apparently she wanted to say hi.
Yeah, there we go.
But then got bashful. So we have the game night Saturday night from 5 to 8 p.m. We will have pizza since it's during dinner time. And we're just going to play all kinds of different games, board games, active games, so just all kinds of different stuff. That's this Saturday, the 22nd.
All right.
In lieu of the back-to-school bash.
So basically on Friday night, the old people are going to play, and on Saturday night, the young people are going to play. And somehow we need to get this place sanitized. So maybe your last game of the night is going to be called the Clorox game.
We'll just keep all doors where they don't touch any doors, and then we can just wipe down if we use the fellowship hall. And just don't let them touch any doorknobs.
Say, you cannot touch doorknobs. That's going to work.
That'd be a good game.
Yeah.
I guess.
I like the game, say, hey,
Get through the door. No, that could be dangerous.
Yeah, yeah. I don't recommend unless it's one of those new doors that Brother Matt had installed down there at that office or on the nursery doors. You can tell them to try to bust through that door. All right, they're not getting through that quality weather seal door. If you need doors and windows, weather seal. So they're fantastic doors. But if it's the door to your office or my office,
you just walk right through that.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, they don't have weather seal doors yet. Not that I'm bitter or anything.
The only thing I'll put out there as far as announcement-wise is concerned is the fact that C4C was able to interview Dr. Fred Shea. Dr. Fred Shea is a professor at Grace School of Theology and one of our One of our own is actually going to that college, or was, I should say. Basically, it's a video that looks at what's called the false dichotomy. And basically, a false dichotomy is believing the fact that there's only two choices, when in reality, there could be alternate choices, more than two, at least three or more. And so typically, whenever you talk to somebody, if they hear you're not a Calvinist, they automatically assume you're Arminian.
Yep.
And vice versa. And so
You
we
either
have
your
doctors,
salvation or
you lose it.
you lose it, you know.
You
but
have it by works, or you
but
lose it by works.
Actually, they both are the same thing. Neither one of them have it. So
They both are really similar,
But-
especially when you look at probation and security. But Dr. Shea talks a lot about the free grace position and a lot of fallacies with both sides of the discussion. Because a lot of people are familiar with Calvinism, but probably not so much with Arminianism, although Arminian theology is fairly common.
It is. It is.
Although the label is not so much. So check it
So
out.
basically, if a person's going to heaven or hell, is that a false dichotomy?
If a person's going to heaven or hell,
Yeah.
no, that's a
Catholics
legitimate
would say it is.
dichotomy.
Okay.
Even though with Catholicism, purgatory is just a temporary means to attain
Eternal
heaven.
life. So
They're
you
just
get
paying
there.
off their sins in purgatory. So either way, so a dichotomy is a legitimate either or in that sense. If there are only two choices, heaven or hell after this life, false dichotomy
That
is when
a
there's
false
more.
dichotomy.
How's
because
that?
hell is going to be put into the lake of fire, so that's the final destination.
If we want to see, now you're learning. You got to define your terms.
Yeah.
So if we're looking at hell as far as the lake of fire, all encapsulated, yes, you're right. So either eternal life or eternal death, whichever the case is, that would be a legitimate dichotomy.
Yeah.
But Calvin Arminianism would be a false
It makes me
dichotomy.
think of the late Dr. Ravi Zacharias always talked about the Eastern-Western ideas of either or and the both-and philosophy
Oh,
and
right,
the laws
yeah.
of logic, and the one
Yep.
the pluralists like to say, no, they're just that the Easterns have the both-and approach, and what Ravi says, well, even in India, if you walk in front of an oncoming bus, you either die or get out of the way, either or, we even believe in it. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, there she goes.
left.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
She was getting a little restless anyway, but she saw her mama walk past.
She's going, wait a minute.
Oh, she's coming back. Oh, no,
she's coming back.
Oh.
She's saying, I want to go see Daddy. There we go. The star of our show is back. So,
the,
at any rate,
Blue M&M type, only blue M&Ms.
Oh.
So that was
Excellent.
her little fit for the show.
oh, okay. Blue M&Ms. Sound good to me. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
Are
like
there
ye-
blue M&Ms?
Do you like yellow M&Ms?
Yeah.
She's like, I just like M&Ms.
Do you like W&Ws? Yeah. Upside down M&Ms. Get it, right?
I think we should have more special guests on here. Yeah. Maybe we should bring your daughter to the round table.
Maybe we should have them do the round table one evening.
All the daughters?
Well, just all the kids do the round table.
Give the announcement.
Yeah.
there you
Alyssa
go.
would like to do that.
Oh, there
She
is
in
another
here.
announcement I just thought of. I just put out in the Odd Baptist Family page a tool for parents that it just gives an idea. And I'm also going to put out some questions to go with it that parents can ask their kids, or not kids, their teenagers. But it's a video that basically just helps them have something to talk about during the week, some spiritual conversation with their teens. It gives you an idea of what we're talking about that week. And so you can, at first you might have to force the conversation, but hopefully after a few weeks of forcing a spiritual conversation with your teens, I mean, if you want to do it with kids, parents of kids, you can do that as well. But hopefully after a couple weeks of forcing the conversation where it's uncomfortable, it can get more natural and work its way into other areas of life
I would.
as well.
I wouldn't recommend you force them to do it. You might get answers you don't want to hear. I don't. But offering the opportunity would be great. All I know is you start when they're right there. That's when you start talking about. Okay, rub it in. Rub it in. So,
Yeah.
oh well. It's got little kids, teenagers, grandkids.
Grandkids. There you go.
So we got all phases of life, Yeah,
Yay.
that's probably the best you could do, Brother Mike. All right, well, we're glad you tuned in. That's all the announcements we have for today. We're going to be offline here for the next 10 minutes or so, get back on. We're going to do our prayer request time first tonight.
Sure.
So if you have any prayer requests, you can jot a note there or text Jenny or Rebecca, and we'll make sure they get mentioned. And appreciate all of you tuned in. So anything else, guys? All right, it's going to be a really busy weekend. Look forward to seeing you on the activities, and then also on Sunday. Continue to pray for each other. Pray for God's protection on our church and on our nation. And so we'll either see you here or we will see you there.